From Concord University in Athens, West Virginia, this is Mountain Lion News.
Hello and welcome to Mountain Lion News. I'm Kiana Johnson.
And I'm Leah Gilpin.
Earlier this week, Concord University's theater department presented student-directed plays. Let's turn it over to MLN reporter Jasmine Hubbard for more information.
In the days leading up to the 2nd and 3rd of October, us theater kids were really just trying to survive. With midterms, homecoming, and the student-directed plays to worry about, one can only wonder how we pulled off such a fantastic show. Easy, we're actors. The show must go on. The student-directed plays were all short 10-minute acts ranging from dramas to romances to comedies and everything else in between. The preparation and dedication from all the directors, actors, and technicians was truly marvelous. Theater is mind-boggling in that no two shows are ever the same. With a few bumps in the road the first night, all of that was cleaned up technically and performance-wise on the second night. Although from the audience perspective, all was flawless. Being in the show is no joke though. You have the rehearsals, the costumes, the set pieces, the lights, and everything else to worry about leading up to the performance, and even while performing. But this crew, honest to God, gave the show of their life, and it was truly something the Athens community was left marveling over. I commend the fellow crew. Good job. Now back to the desk.
Greek life represents a large part of campus life here at Concord University. Greek fraternities and sororities promote scholarships, provide numerous leadership opportunities, and participate in a wide variety of community service activities throughout the year. One tradition of the Greek life is the infamous lip sync competition that takes place towards the end of homecoming week. Sororities and fraternities practice for weeks trying to perfect their dance. Each have different themes, so no dance is the same. After blood, sweat, and tears, everyone brings their A game to battle it out in front of Concord University's student body as well as a panel of judges. But in the end, there can only be one winner from each sorority and fraternity. Although every dance was a thrill to watch, Sigma 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 and Phi Sigma Phi took home the trophy this year.
While spooky treats and pumpkins are the themes of October, many community members set out to honor another important theme that is close to the hearts of many. October is also known as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The community took time to honor those who fought breast cancer at the Color Me Pink Run. Let's take a look. On a cold and rainy Thursday, October 11th, the community was able to get out and run or walk in this Healthy Women's event that was put on by the Bluefield Regional Medical Center. Thanks to the hospital and the event sponsors, they were able to offer the event for free to the community. The hospital's director of marketing, Rebecca Ritter, was excited about the turnout despite the gloomy weather.
We wanted to get the community, all of the community involved.
The route took the runners and walkers around the entire Bluefield City Park. 4 color stations were set up to throw as participants went by. The race started off with an explosion of color and ended with all of the racers throwing different colors in the air to honor all of those who fought the many types of cancer. Those who attended the event also had the chance to visit the several vendors who were present and learn more about cancer prevention.
Concord University brings many events to capture the eyes and attention of the students. The latest attraction did just that. Poi spinning is a form of dancing where weights on the end of teethers are swung around rhythmical patterns. The word poi comes from the people of Maori. It's popularized throughout the world largely through the performance of spinning fire. When it comes to what's new at the cinema,
we turn to MLN's in-house movie critic Cameron White with roles that move the soul.
Hello, and welcome to Roles That Move the Soul. Today I will be reviewing the family-friendly thriller, A House with a Clock in Its Walls. A House with a Clock in Its Walls is directed by Eli Roth and stars Jack Black as Jonathan Barnlevette, a warlock who adopts his orphaned nephew Lewis, played by Owen Vaccaro, as he parents and trains the son whilst teaching him the magical arts with his wizarding neighbor Florence Zimmerman, performed by Katie Blanchett. The film is a radical romp for children of all ages. The fact that the director Eli Roth, who is infamous for his gory horror movies, would make something of this nature is astounding. That doesn't mean the film is squeaky clean, however. It manages to fit several jump swears and jump scares in between the childish poop jokes and the overall product placements. This film will terrify youths, guaranteed. Bring your youngins and entertain parents and older siblings alike. I give this one 7 pumpkins out of 10. That's it for now. This has been Rolls That Move the Soul. I'll be back with another review in 2 weeks. Reporting from MLN in the studio, I'm Cameron White.
Thanks, Cameron.
Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at sports, and MLN's Babe Murphy will be sitting down with Mountain Lion football player Jaquil Sarim.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Riley Griffith, and welcome to your sports update brought to you by MLN News. Concord football was defeated in its previous 2 contests, losing a close homecoming game to Glenville State, and then being defeated on the road this past week against West Virginia State. Up next for the 1-6 Mountain Lions is a trip to North Carolina and a homecoming spoil in sights against UMC Pembroke Braves. Cross-country travels to Pittsburgh to preview the regional and national course and to look to get ready for their conference meet November 3rd in Wheeling, with a 4th straight championship, the goal on the men's side. Golf had their championships this past weekend, with the men placing 4th and the women placing 5th respectively, finishing a superb season for both teams. And finally, volleyball looks to get some big wins in the Carter Center as they face Glenville State and West Virginia Wesleyan, then traveling to West Liberty and Wheeling Jesuit on the 26th and 27th of October respectively. This has been the wrap-up for sports, and now we take it over to MLN's Babe Murphy with an interview with one of Concord's defensive standouts, Jaquil Sarim.
And today we're sitting down with Jaquil Sarim to talk about Concord football. Thanks for coming, Jaquil. So tell me about the Glenville game. Tell me how that went, homecoming night.
We started off like real fast. We had the momentum, came out, got things going. We went up 15-0 in the first quarter. And after that, we just kind of like started to lose momentum as the game went on. They spurted a couple big plays, and we just weren't able to recover how we wanted to. And it became a close game at the end. We shut them out in the 4th quarter on defense, and bad snap on 4th and 1. So, I mean, we can bounce back from it, but it's really something to learn from.
So with you have mistakes, mental errors coming into play, a lot of things that shouldn't have happened. Murphy's Law kind of kicking at that point. You take an L. What do we learn from this game, and how do we move forward?
Just learning how to finish. Learn how to finish and learn how to respond to adversity. That's really something that's key. We have 70 freshmen on the team, so it's a very young team, and we just got to learn from our experiences. It's a tough season. It's tough losing. Nobody wants to lose, but everything's a learning experience, and you got to learn how to learn something from one game and implement what you learned and make it better in the next game.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, that's a big point. You say you have 70 freshmen on the team. They're adjusting. Obviously, they don't know. You try not to talk about how big homecoming game is until homecoming get there. Hopefully, they just get it at that point. Tell me about the seniors. How are the seniors taking over this year? How are they setting the team up for success once they leave? And how are the juniors filling those shoes?
The seniors, they're leading us. They're really leading us. Guys like Shep, Jakubowski, Dressler. We got guys who are really leading us in the right direction, and it's just for us as juniors to pick up that role and from that point, then that's when the freshmen can learn from us, and then it just trickles down.
And tell me, what are some of those objectives? What are some of those things that you have to do that are concrete, have to get done when those seniors leave?
Just make sure we keep working hard. You got to work hard every season. You got to work hard and just get better and better and learn from your mistakes last season. You got to mature a lot, because with a lot of young guys, it's hard to get those guys to mature because they don't, I won't say they won't take it as serious, but they don't really understand how it is until they get further on into their careers and the time starts ticking.
Definitely. So with the season not going as how we expected, what are we still getting good out of it? What are we still getting good out of the season to step in the next season? Okay, this is what we are, this is what we stand on, and this is what we're going to live by.
Just learning experiences. I mean, every single game, it may sound crazy, you look at the scores, but every single game we were in control of. I feel like, and the coaches also feel the same way, and so does multiple players. We were in control of games. It's just like now we're in a place where we're learning how to compete, and now you got to learn how to finish. You got to learn how to win. So that's something that you could take in the next season, because we have teams like Notre Dame, the number 20th Division II school in the country, and we were leading that game at halftime. And you just got to learn how to finish those type of games, because that's when you take that big step forward.
Definitely. And how we're coaching, how are they handling things? How's Coach Price as a head coach? How is he building the motivation and giving you guys what you need to keep this thing on the right path?
Just being professional about it. We come in, same attitude every week. Want to go in and just do what we can from Monday to Friday. So when Saturday comes, we'll be ready to handle our business. So all the coaches are handling it in a professional way, and I think some of the older guys are feeding off of that, and the young guys can see it too. So we're all just trying to grow from this point forward.
Okay. Well, great. When is the next game?
The next game is this Saturday versus UNC Pembroke.
UNC Pembroke.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it. Thank you, Jaquil. Thank you for joining us today. And please check out UC football, UNC Pembroke, coming up this Saturday. I'm Bay Murphy. Now back to you, ladies.
A tactile art exhibit fittingly titled The Feeling of Art was held at Concord University this past week in the Arthur Butcher Art Gallery in the Campus Fine Arts Center. The exhibit displayed works of art that went beyond the visual level. Students, community residents, and even faculty had separate pieces featured in the show, each piece with its own unique design, distinct enough to be evaluated with the touch of a finger. The public was allowed to physically touch each piece of art as they pleased to experience the different textures displayed. The exhibit's organizer, Carrie Swedson, states, "Art is a big form of expression, and my goal is to see that accessible to all." The exhibit was open to the public October 8th through the 12th, holding a special reception October 11th from 6 to 8 p.m. Entertainment was provided by Concord University's music faculty, free of charge.
On the 11th of October, something was rotten in the state of Denmark when the rustic mechanics brought Hamlet to Concord University. Hamlet is a Shakespearean classic about the titular Prince of Denmark as he plots to avenge the murder of his father, a deed done by the prince's uncle to seize the throne. The play is directed by Jordan A. Young and produced by the Vintage Theater Company. The murderous play stars Daniel Crowley as Prince Hamlet, Sarah Smith as Ophelia, and John Brooks as King Claudius, Cassandra Hartbart as Queen Gertrude, John O'Connor as the doting Polonius. The rustic mechanics are the only Shakespeare trope in the state.
That's all we have time for on this week's MLN News. I'm Kiana Johnson.
And I'm Leah Gilpin. We'll see you in 2 weeks.